Hello, Internet. Welcome back to our Island Prison Escape series. Last episode, it was not great. I've been complaining a lot, and I'm going to complain some more. So basically, I did some testing. Number one, I've been saying about zombies not spawning, enemies not spawning. I did teleport around the map. There are enemies that spawn, so I don't think there's anything wrong. I think we just got super lucky. And people said there were robots here and that you start in a cell, and we didn't start in a cell, and I teleported to the lab, and there were riot bots and secu bots that I've seen in the game since then. So I think people maybe were confused. I don't know why there would not be. I'm on the current version of the game. I updated right before I started the game, so I know that. I don't know why we didn't get any robots. People said there were robots here, and it's been real quiet. We haven't seen really anything scary at all. I don't know why people were complaining about this. I don't know if I got lucky. I don't know if they wandered off the island. I do not know. I even reset this world, previously, and I played on this world before, and it worked fine. The only thing that could possibly be an issue is that we currently have active world mods. We do have the crit mod on, but I can't think of any reason why that would interfere with this spawning. So please don't at me. As far as I know, everything's working the way it's supposed to be. And if not, hey, just enjoy that you get more Cataclysm on the channel, and maybe we'll tackle it again in the future if I find out something was really wrong and obvious that I'm missing. So that's that. Next, I did a lot of complaining about our skills. So we need mechanics, I believe mechanics 2 in order to install boat hulls. And I was looking at our mechanics recipes, which we looked at. Nope. Search P:/mechanics. And we can't make any of this stuff because we don't have any of the materials to make anything at all from this list. So that's a problem. I guess we could possibly disassemble doors in the prison for locks and keys, but we're not going to have a screwdriver anytime soon. So really the only option available to us is to craft vehicles and place down vehicles. Now, I tested this. Putting a seat on a box vehicle requires mechanics 1 and gives 6% mechanics experience. So we could very slowly grind that up over time. However, even though we can put the seat on, we can't take it off until we have mechanics 2, which is super stupid and it's super irritating. And I think that they did that so that people couldn't grind their skills. But it makes, for a game that, Cataclysm's pretty well known that it chases realism, that they like things to be realistic. There's no reason that I should be able to install a seat and not be able to uninstall it. That makes me genuinely furious, because all it does is make it harder for me to grind the skill. There's no reason that it should be that way. But so what I think we'll do, we're going to go pick every lock in this base, which will give us a few extra percentage of mechanics. And then we're just going to grind mechanics by placing down a frame and reinstalling seats onto them over and over and over, which is going to eat up a ton of materials, but is probably going to be the fastest way to do things. So we're going to go into cell block. We're just going to real quick hit all these doors to get a little bit of mechanics. You'll see we're at 6% mechanics. I think we get 1% per door. But because this is just spamming a button, it's very easy to do. We got 3% for that. Maybe it's based on failures as well, increasing, because that one only took it up by 1%. But this is a way, you know what? We can also close these doors and then repick them. No, we can't. They do unlock. They stay unlocked. I thought they relocked when you close them. That's okay. We're going to do this to get a few points here. How are we doing on... we were down to 4 or 5 lock picks. That's okay. They're very easy to make, so it's not really a big deal. And this is a quick way to grind our mechanics up. And since we're going to be doing a lot of grinding, I'm probably going to work on my commentary a little bit and try to talk to you a little bit more. It's been a while since... commentary is something that obviously is a key part of doing YouTube. It's not something I'm particularly good at, but it is something I, work towards being better at. And so it's often hard for me to really find things to talk about, but I don't think it's a big deal. Let's just make the lockpicks and then we'll go to bed. Let's make, really just all of them, I think. It's going to take a while. There we go. We got lockpicks. Go ahead and grab those lockpicks. And I think we want to sleep, but we haven't eaten anything at all today. Someone recently told me that having a fire does raise the ambient temperature in the room. I don't know if it will ever be enough to defrost the soda. So I really don't think that that's going to happen. And unfortunately, now that I'm thinking about it, the water we've already cleaned and such is also going to freeze, which is going to be an issue, this gallon jug of water. So I actually think we should unload that, because once it freezes, we're not going to be able to unload it. We are hydrated. Let's eat first in case we do get dehydrated from eating. Pickled veggies are frozen, so that means the jar of meat is also going to be frozen, which is a real problem for us. We could eat raw pasta. We don't have anything to cook it in, so we can't cook the pasta. Yeah, so really all the food we have are those toastums, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So we're going to have to really ration these. Go ahead and drink. That did not dehydrate us, so we're going to go ahead and unload the water. Pour on the ground, because we don't want it to freeze in that bottle and then not be able to have access to the jug. So we're going to go ahead and sleep. Commentary. Oh, well, playing Cataclysm again. I love Cataclysm, but the game does frustrate me, which is why I stepped away from it there for a while. There are so many little things that really irritate me, like that being unable to uninstall a seat even though you obviously have the skill to install it. That kind of little stuff really, really bothers me. I know that most of you probably just play the game and that stuff, you know, washes off your back like a duck in water and it's not a big deal. But for me, that kind of stuff just annoys the bejesus out of me. We actually probably can grind our cooking up just by boiling water. I did not think of that as a potential thing. So I think we will do that, because once we do that, let's pick this door. Unfortunately, yeah, there's no fast way to do that. We're just going to go around. We're going to go gather more water, and we're going to boil water and try to raise our cooking, because then we can make the makeshift pot, which will let us have more food, which is really crucial. That way we won't need to ration our food as much, and we don't have to deal with being very hungry all the time. Pour into the gallon jug, which will save us some grief. And the clean water is not actually frozen. We will drink some to hydrate us and put something in our stomach to take away our hunger pangs. I really wish we didn't fail to climb fences every 3 tries as well. It's a little irritating. Yeah, excited to be back to Cataclysm, though. You know, I went without it for a couple weeks, maybe a month or two. And I didn't miss it so much. I did have other things that I was occupied by. But there were moments where I thought about it and was like, you know, we ought to play a little Cataclysm. Go ahead and boil 2 clean water from... What water is nearby? Go ahead and boil from nearby. Pour in the container. What water is nearby? This toilet? Oh, the floor water? We can't... We used floor water? And it turned it into clean water? I don't understand that. I thought you couldn't pick liquids up off the ground. What is our cooking? Is now 1, so we can make the... We're going to need a sheet metal, which we cannot get from smashing lockers because it doesn't give the big sheet metal. Does it? It does not. Can we use small sheet metal? Pot. Makeshift pot. 1 full sheet metal. Okay, I do think there was some from the filing cabinets. So we'll go ahead and smash a filing cabinet without the... Okay, good. Without the screwdriver, we can't disassemble furniture, which, of course, is the best way to get a lot of sheet metal, is by disassembling. So we'll go ahead and make the makeshift pot so we can now heat up food. And all that's left for us is to grind up our skills. So if we activate the pot... Why? Activate the pot. We could heat up some chicken. Sure. Eat canned chicken hot. Lots of calories there. So that should make us pretty good for a while. We now have the ability to heat things up, which is super valuable. I really completely neglected the idea that we could grind up our cooking by making water because I didn't think we'd have materials enough to actually make enough food to level that up. So now we want to make a bunch of frames. Frame. Actually, I think we want to continue grinding the doors first. So we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, I was distracted by other things. You know, I've been playing RimWorld, which is a lot of fun, but also has a lot of little things about it that I don't like. I'm starting to realize more and more that I'm just like an irritable person. So, like, every game I play has something wrong with it. Like, this is the police. It often feels like no matter what you do, the game just decides to screw you. You know, which is frustrating. I know people say all the time, like, oh, well, that's a roguelike. You just got to get used to it. I don't think that that's true. I think that there's, you know, a roguelike is supposed to, like, your decisions are supposed to impact whether you succeed or not. Like, certain roguelikes, like The Binding of Isaac, if you don't get the right items, you know, if you get all bad items, sure, you know, that was luck and you end up failing or whatever. But, like, for most games, you should have a lot of control over whether you succeed or fail. It should be mostly about you as a player. And this is the police, like, basically that's a management game where you play a guy in charge of a police department. And, like, you'll send people out on calls, and you'll send lots of great people. We went through 20 lockpicks. Are you serious? Did we not pick them all up, maybe? We did pick them all up. Man, we went through a lot of lockpicks. Go ahead and make 20 more. And you manage a police department, so you send people out on calls, and you're like, okay, you know, we have really good cops. We're going to send really good cops out there. And then it comes back, and it's like 3 of your cops died. And it's like, wait a minute. I sent everybody who were, like, really good, qualified police officers. Why did they all die? And there's no explanation. It's nothing you did. The game basically just decided, hey, I'm going to take this away from the player and really ruin their day. And that kind of stuff really irritates me. It's really unfortunate because this is the police has a really interesting, engaging narrative story that I was interested in playing. Where would this lead? This is probably an exterior door out to the weightlifting area. If there are brutes on the island, they would probably be there, so I don't think we want to go there. Okay, what's our mechanics at? 40%, way higher than I thought, so that's pretty great. I think we need mechanics 2 to install boat hulls. Let's go ahead and craft a bunch of frames. 95, so we can make what? 19. Why? Oh, we don't have nails. We'll make 10. It's going to take forever. And yeah, I think I'm just irritable. Like, every game bothers me. I love gaming, but there's stuff about every game that's not good. You know, there's always stuff that you're like, shouldn't have been that way. You should have made this. You should have done that. And I think I just get really frustrated. We're going to start a vehicle. Start vehicle construction. We're going to do that down here, I think. New vehicle name. Grindy. Grindy the grind vehicle. Why? Because we were standing on the firewood source. It went out because it does not function when you're on the same tile as it, which I think is real dumb, but I don't know why. That's probably, there's probably like a good coding reason for why that is. Okay, so putting that down did not increase our mechanics. So let's go ahead and install nothing. Oh, we're out of nails. We already gathered all these nails. Nails are going to be a concern. There's plenty of wood furniture here, but we could run out and it could become an issue, especially if we're grinding and using up all our nails. I imagine it won't be an issue, but it could become an issue. I also forgot there was dog food here where we could have eaten that if we were desperate for calories, because I don't think dog food freezes. If we look here, it's not. Oh, it is there, and it is frozen. Okay, my mistake. Get items. Splintered wood. Why are you on that tile? Whatever. Grab the planks. Oh, we can't even pick everything up. Let's just grab the nails. Only 41 nails. There's no way to make a makeshift screwdriver, right? There's no... You can make a screwdriver out of wood and a... okay. You can't see the craft. Yeah, let's make that, because that will allow us to disassemble items, which will give us more materials. I dropped that in the wrong... That's probably why the splintered wood is there. I keep bumping the wrong direction when I go to put down the splintered wood. Activate fire drill there. Oh, unless the ash is filling it up? No, that shouldn't be enough to fill. Okay, so we can make a screwdriver, which is surprising to me. Use the chunk of steel. We should use scrap metal. It doesn't matter. Grab the screwdriver. And just for comparison reasons, let's go ahead and smash one. We got 4 nails, 2 planks, 1 splintered wood. Oh, we can't deconstruct because it's dark. Can I drag this? You cannot grab the cupboard. Okay. Well, we can deconstruct this. Deconstruct furniture. This counter gave us 9 nails. So really a pretty marginal increase. And again, we were on the firewood source, so it went out. Yeah, other than playing some other games, I really don't have a lot going on. I worked up a script for my next Enemy Spotlight series. If you haven't checked that out, it's a series where we talk about enemies in Cataclysm and how best to deal with them and what their special abilities are, that kind of stuff. You should check it out on the channel. We're going to install anything that requires Mechanics 1. Mechanics 2, Mechanics 1, a wooden roof. So we're at 40%. I'm going to install a roof. We're going to check that. We are at 46%. Okay. Examine. Install. We're going to install a seat, which is also Mechanics 1. Too dark to see what you're doing. Oh, why does this fire keep going out? I don't really understand what's going on there. We'll put 2 planks in, which should last for a longer period of time. I don't think I was on the tile that time. Let's go ahead and install the seat. We're at 46%. Let's see how much we get for this. 52, so another 6%. Now here's the issue. When I go to remove, my stomach's gurgling. If I go to remove the roof, I need Mechanics 2. If I go to remove the seat, I need Mechanics 2. Despite the fact that I personally literally just put those things on that vehicle and know exactly how they're attached and exactly how to do it, I am prevented from doing so. So, unfortunately, this is now useless to us because we can't install anything else that would give us points. So we're just going to walk away and we're going to do it again, which means that for all this work, we're getting 12%, 12% on our vehicle towards our mechanic skill, which is very low and obviously not the best way to do things. Why can I can't. Why is that highlighted if it requires Mechanics 2? Anyway, let's look for Boat Hull. It does require Mechanics 2. So all we need to do is grind Mechanics another level, and we should be good to get off this island. Go ahead and install Mechanics 1. Well, they would just give the same percentage, I would imagine. Install another roof. I really should have looked what you require to install the roof. And we can't install anything else, which I assume is because we are out of nails. Man, there's no light around. Where can we go to deconstruct wood furniture that has light? Probably can deconstruct a bed for some wood and nails. Although, since they're now metal, I don't know if that actually works or not. Deconstruct. Nope. Deconstruct. Simple furniture. Terrain furniture. Like what? Oh, the bed? Oh, that's interesting. Well, what does that give me? I'm curious. Bed is disassembled. Give me a mattress. Okay. Well, what's underneath of it? Bed frame. Well, I want the frame. Deconstruct bed frame. What does this give you? It does give you nails, but not very many, and planks. Okay. I don't know if nails go up as well when you deconstruct. I think it might just be wood that you get more of. But we're going to go ahead and do this just because it does eat up a lot of time as well, which is not great. It's obviously much faster to smash things. I am worried we're going to run out of nails, which is a real concern. There's a lot of furniture around, but I am concerned we're not going to have... I'm worried about it. I'm a worrier, you know. I overthink things and worry a lot. I wish I knew how much time this took precisely. Does it tell you? 20 minutes. Okay, we're going to smash things because that's ridiculous. Nails, nails, nails. Okay. Nothing in there would have nails. There should be a lot of nails around here. No nails. Interesting. Nails here. You can't craft nails, can you? It'd be a bit silly if you could with just steel or whatever. Yeah, we would require an anvil and whatnot for that. So that's not really going to happen. There's a lot of wood furniture around. I think I'm just worrying for no reason. I think there's plenty of wood around. What are our nails up to? We actually should just gather as many as possible before we head back, just so we don't have to keep making trips out here. So yeah, this is the police, Binding of Isaac. Been playing RimWorld, which is going okay. Really don't want to record any of those things today, so I thought I would just play a little Cataclysm, get a little bit more Cataclysm on the channel. You know, I look at my information, you know, because YouTube gives you a lot of tools to measure how you're doing on YouTube. And I look at things and like I think I said this before, the Prison Island Escape series is the #1 thing on my channel, which is funny because I think that it's a terrible series where I did everything kind of wrong. I think we even died in the first episode and just making mistakes left and right. And people, I think it has like 1,600 views, which is far and away the biggest thing on my channel. So when I was thinking, like, what do? I thought, well, obviously that was successful before. People may want to look for it again. And I keep hearing things about how hard it is to escape the prison island. I thought we'd do it again. But so far it's been really very easy, like literally no challenge at all. So I'm a little confused by why people are so distressed over this scenario. We did tailor our character to be like relatively powerful in melee, which, you know, most people might not do that. It certainly makes the game a lot easier when you start with like 15 strength, especially when you're in a situation like this where melee, I accidentally tried to use it on myself and it said I'm already smoking hot. How about that? Thank you very much, Cataclysm. Really needed that mood booster today. Go ahead and install the seat. Buy the blade, buy the gun. Yeah, the fire is going out. I guess we have to stand right next to it. It used to be you would refill it from far away. I guess that's no longer true. Or else the firewood source is not working the way I think it does. Newspaper page. Violence outbreaks caused by new drug. Rumors of riots were quelled today. These were isolated incidents, said a local police chief. Violence is random and senseless. Our current theory is contamination in a new street drug. Which, sure. Street drugs, of course. Definitely not a zombie apocalypse. So I think we're done with this one. Where are we at? 66%. Man, this is going to take a minute. We could, of course, just expand the vehicle. We probably ought to do that. That way we're not constantly having to make a new vehicle. And if we move this, well, it needs to be maneuverable. Let's get this table out of here. And we will move this closer. Then we should be within range of the fire so it stops going out. No, don't drop the fire drill. I need that. Drop the splintered wood. Activate our fire drill. Oh, I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. I got a new keyboard like a month ago, and the buttons are very slightly in different positions. Like the QWERTY keyboard is all in the same position, but they moved my enter key and things around a little bit, and I kind of hate it. Go ahead and install a wood frame, which requires Mechanics 1, so it might actually give us points for doing this as well. The shape of it doesn't matter. The fire went out again. I do not understand. Maybe vehicle work does not count as a... Let's just put 5 planks. No, okay. Move the planks. 5 planks. We'll start a big fire. So hopefully it stops going out when I'm trying to do work. Maybe the vehicle work doesn't count as a thing that extends fire times. Install the roof. Okay, install the seat. Okay, fire's still going. Great. Install another frame. Bam. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing else really going on with me. Are we out of planks or are we out of nails? We're out of nails again. No, we're not out of nails. We have planks. Oh, we're out of frames at this point, right? Yeah. Okay, what's our mechanics at? 95%. Great, we should only need 1 or 2 more. Frame. Go ahead and make 3 more frames. We can just take any that we overcraft. We can just take those out to start the boat on. And this should be the last thing. So go ahead and throw a roof on there. Should be mechanics level 2. Mechanics is increased to level 2. Awesome. Can we make boat hulls? We can. Can we make oars? That is not the crafting menu. That is still not the crafting menu. Oars requires wood sawing, which we don't have. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Actually, you know, we should probably call the episode. Yeah, okay, so thanks for watching. I'll be back with more in the near future. We're going to go ahead and build our boat probably in the next episode, get off this island, and then we'll probably call the series there. So nothing truly exciting. Honestly, this whole series has been very lackluster, very boring in my opinion. Not as exciting as I was hoping it would be. So I'll be back with more in the near future. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.